5 laps to go here tonight under the lights at Daytona. Harvick leads, but here come the RFK Ford Mustangs. They line up right behind. Chase Elliott continues to pound away at the bottom.
He's got to move forward, but he is right now in a side-by-side battle for the number 4 position. He's got the bottom of the racetrack. Eric Almirola topside as they run 2x2 off turn 2.
Elliott trying to inch forward. He needs more drafting help. The outside line has look out, trouble further back. One car is up and over, barrel rolling down the back straightaway. It is Ryan Preece, end over end, side over side as the car breaks loose and now will catch flame in a horrific crash on the back straightaway. Flames are extinguished for the most part. Now reactivate under the hood. Ryan Preece, end over end, side over side, basically turning pirouettes down the backstretch.
Scary crash here at Daytona on the Daytona Super Stretch. Caution is out. Lap 155, 6 laps to go. Back to Mike Bagley.
Safety crews have arrived on the scene to Ryan Preece, who got turned out of the back of the pack. He spun down to the inside of the racetrack, and when that car snapped around, it caught air and immediately went airborne. When it came down, it made hard impact and began to tumble end over end, side over side, turning gyrations in the air. Safety crews now on bended knee, talking to Ryan in the cockpit as other safety crews have arrived on the scene and his smoking, battered Ford Mustang.
All right, Mike, we'll leave you out there to keep an eye on that fire once again erupting under the hood, even as they attend to Ryan inside that race car. Fire has been extinguished, but it will reignite from time to time. A vicious crash down the back straightaway has put us under the caution flag. For an update on Ryan Preece, here's Mike Bagley.
First, the helmet came out, and then Ryan Preece has gotten out of his race car on his own 2 feet. He's standing there leaning up against the car. He is obviously winded after taking that wild ride, but the good news is he is out of the car, talking to safety officials and awaiting the ride, that is, to the infield care center.
A vicious crash for Ryan Preece, again, out of the race car, will go to the infield care center, but out of the race car under his own power. From Daytona International Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
11 and a half flips, 11 and a half times Ryan Preece went side over side, and he climbed out of the car. For more on Ryan, let's go to his pit area. Steve Post is there.
Absolutely, and unfortunately for Briscoe, too much damage on the car. They're determining whether they want to bring a wrecker truck down or if he can back it down pit road. So Chase Briscoe involved in that crash back there, damage on the right front, and they have tore the right front right off that car. He will not be able to continue on after a really, really strong run here tonight at Daytona.
All right, bud. Appreciate it. Steve Post is down there. Mike Bagley's on the back straightaway. Let's get the latest from Mike. Safety vehicles surrounding the area at the end of the back straightaway. Mike?
Yeah, again, Ryan Preece got out of the car under his own power. Safety crews encased the car, and they brought a gurney over. And he walked over to the gurney, laid down. They have put him in the back of the ambulance, and as I speak, he is leaving the accident scene in the ambulance, headed to the care center. And right now, the task at hand is they can't put the car on a wrecker. They have to put it on a rollback. Virtually every part of that race car has some sort of damage or another. That's the task at hand. But the most important news is that Ryan was alert and awake, got out of the car under his own power, but is headed to the care center for further observation.
Rusty Wallace, unfortunately, you know a thing or two about wild flips on super speedways. You had a crash very similar to what we just witnessed with Ryan Preece. Yours came at Talladega.
Yeah, mine was at Talladega, pretty similar to that. Air caught the right side of the car, got underneath it, got it airborne, and started flipping end over end. As we were coming to the start-finish line to end the race in Talladega. But it was a bad wreck, no doubt about that, but NASCAR's made a lot of improvements on the cars. This car, to me, looks like it got hit so hard in the side when it and Chase Briscoe got together, that it almost pole vaulted this car up in the air and upside down. I did see that the roof flaps came up to try to keep the car on the ground, but at that particular point, there was no hope because the car got hit so hard in the side before the roof flaps could really do anything. But at this time, man, I'll tell you what, when I had my bad wreck, I just took my head and I pulled it way down. I kind of got as small as I could in the car, and it was just tearing the living crap out of everything. You know, the windows were flying out, the body flew off of it, and you're just really hunkered down. And you try to make yourself as small as you possibly can so nothing hits you in the helmet, and you hold on for dear life to the steering wheel so your hand won't go flying around inside of the car. And I noticed her window net broke in that car, so he didn't have anything to hold his hands in. So thank gosh he was able to hold on to the wheel and keep himself small inside the car, and it looks like he's probably going to be okay.
Alex Hayden, let's give everybody the update as we know it at the moment.
Well, remember, he did get out of the race car under his own power, walked over and sat down on the stretcher under his own power. However, Ryan Preece has been transported to a nearby hospital for further evaluation. That's the latest word we have from NASCAR.